Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Moderna's crashing. I made a video a couple of days ago. This was a thumbnail. I'm reusing it now because it is absolutely getting decimated. And this is something that we talked about. We had two scenarios. One, gap up, close to, and then we pull back to the closing price of the previous day, then we take off, or it was a continuation downwards and we were waiting for a breakdown candle. So let's take a look at that clip really quick, shall we? Trend, right? We have, if we look here, breakdown, and now we're just going sideways, probably for another move lower. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a breakdown candle, right? Something this size or this size, a significant candle in comparison to the previous ones. And if there are no wicks, right, like let's remove this, but if there are no wicks, so in this particular situation there was no wick. There's such a small wick. That's a breakdown candle. And we were describing you the bearish scenario that we would have some potential follow through because this was just building energy sideways to go lower. Let's flip it to the chart, but before we do, remember this is not financial advice. I'm just providing you my strategy. We're going in every day, giving you information on how I pull profits from the market and how you can too. With a very basic understanding of breakdown candles and gaps, we can create a gap trading and short selling strategy. And there are fundamentals to this strategy. You can join me on Patreon, email me, shoot me a comment down below, and we can engage in conversation to really get you into a place where you only need to trade one stock. You see these gurus online and they're trading 5, 6, 7, 8 different stocks. But if you just traded Morderna today, you would have been good, especially if you would have just shorted the breakdown candle. So let's take a look at that, shall we? Here we go. We have Morderna on the docket, and like I explained, we were waiting for a breakdown candle and the close of the first 15-minute close as well. And we noticed that it was a breakdown candle. In my previous videos, I did discuss that these areas may be an area of support. However, it's important to know that when we gap down and we close below these areas, it's a no trade. So you have to understand the difference between, the price just opening from the close and then making its way down here at the open, from the open maybe from 9:30 to 10:30 and made its way down here. That would be a good buying area, but because we gap, you know there is force behind it. And when we gap down, we go down faster than we go up. So it's really important to wait for that 15-minute candle close, right? And there you had it. And like I normally like to do is I just short it right away. That's a nice breakdown candle. I know this is a lot of risk, but you have a lot of momentum going down. So this is where I short 344, and what low a day was. Let me just move this so we can see it a little better. Low day was 323. You had a $20 move. So you had plenty of time, and you could have just shorted the next candle, right? So again, you could have shorted it here, right? There was plenty of time to catch the 1 to 2% move going down. And this is how you can be consistent. You don't need to catch the whole move, the whole $20 move. Maybe you catch $4. This was moving so fast, maybe you caught $8, maybe you caught $10, right? That is trader's choice, but we do talk about, you buy, you can buy 50 shares or short 50 shares. You have, once it moves $4, you sell half, and then you keep the 25, to just let it run. And then you could just set stops previously, right, on the other candles, and you would have got stopped here probably around 330, and you would have got a nice $14 move, right? That's 280 times 50, 70. So that's like an extra $350 that you would have made by just executing that strategy. So if you want to learn how to do that in more details and practice, I'm available almost any time of the day for you to do that. So like we discussed, and we've been talking about, Moderna's crashing. I put it in my thumbnails. My bias, I was really thinking that we were going to test all-time highs, which was all the way up here. So let's change this to a daily chart. I really thought that we were going up to test up here first, but we didn't. right? We had a lower high, and then we had drawn this trend line. If you've been following your videos since September, mid-September, you know, we said if it breaks this trend line, it's going to be bad news for the bulls, and it sure was. And now this might end up being a really good buying opportunity. I'm not going to be surprised tomorrow if we see the bulls coming, and you know, people covering their shorts coming right back in. We're going to see volatility come in here. Maybe not tomorrow, but on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday next week, right? We might come back and test this area, but there's going to be, you know, a monster day. Maybe something like this, right? A candle here. How big is this candle? This went from 360 to, so you know, we could have a $40 move in the other direction. So to clean this chart up, so we're going to remove, this is not important anymore. And remember, leave your buys at the door. Yes, I am bullish on the market overall, and I am bullish on the stock overall. But when I come in on the trading day, I trade the moment. Did we gap up? No, we gap down. So I'll be bearish. Okay. Next step, wait for the 15-minute candle close. Closed. Okay, now I short. Now I know what my risk is. If it was going to close above, the opening candle, then I would have just closed my position, right? So we were looking at 344, 358. Looking at a $12 move, that's 3%, and that's the risk tolerance that we're willing to take for Morderna. So that was fine, and such a sharp move. You know you're going to get some volatility, and there was so much downside to this. So great move. What can we expect tomorrow? A couple of things, right? So if this is low of day, if we open down here, this will be a buy for me. If we open down here, this will be a buy because I know what I'm going to be risking very little. So if we open below, because I really think we can easily come back up here to test. But we're in a downtrend. It's going to be tricky though, because we have gone down so far, so fast. There's going to be some bullish momentum. So I'm more looking for buys than shorting. But this is the top of a breakdown candle. So these will be my targets. And that's really what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow. I'm not going to be looking to short it because we've gone down so far, so fast. Look at this. This is like, we went from, what is this high here? We went from 455 all the way down to 323. $130 move in 2, 4, 6 days. That's a lot. So we will be expecting a bounce, and we're going to be looking to fill this gap. You know, when we gap down like this, sometimes we just have we just come up like this, and then we come back down here, and this sets up for the move up here. So this is what I'm foreseeing in the next, I say 2 weeks, is something like this. 2 to 3 weeks is this type of pattern to shape up. That's all I really wanted to share with you. That's why I love Morderna. It moves hard and fast, so what's going in one direction, it really goes there. You can catch your day trades really easily. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow.